This XRP chart is screaming bullish. We have the RSI, we have the ultimate oscillator, and we've got price action in the short term. Let's have a look in today's video what XRP is doing and whether this move to the upside can continue. So we're going to be starting off with this stochastic RSI on the monthly chart. So we're on a super high time frame here because we're seeing some interesting things happening on the 50 level, as you can see indicated by this light blue or cyan in the center. I've also drawn these yellow circles here to show how price reacts when it reaches this level. If we start early on in just before 2018, we saw that price reacted to this 50 level with this movement to the upside, and we see that it's postured to the upside, and we had this huge move, quite something. It was about, the good old days, we might say, 1200%. Yeah, this is a crazy move, and it's far more stronger in the price action than it is on the RSI, because you can see that it only went so far on the stochastic. However, price obviously erupted 1200%. If we look back here, we dipped below the 50 level. However, as soon as it turned upwards, that's when we saw again another fast move. This was what, 350%. So absolutely mind-boggling gains. Of course, this is the stuff that we like to see. These are the expectations we have for crypto in the market. Let's have a look at what we did not too far in the past here. This was October, and we bounced off this 50 level almost to the T, and we postured to the upside, and that's when we saw, this crazy move. This is a 550% move. And what is price action doing right now? Well, price action seems to have found some kind of support on this 50 level, as indicated by this green arrow. If we stay postured to the upside like this, and if we get a blue line crossing above the orange line, then that is a stochastic RSI cross, otherwise known as a moonshot verification. None of this is financial advice. I'm only here to make educational and entertaining videos for you, the audience. However, this is the sort of stuff that we want to be seeing on the higher time frames. This bounce off the 50 level opens up movements to the upside, where we are now in the bullish control zone, and we can expect prices to be surging upwards, as we're seeing in the price action right now. Let's jump onto a different time frame to reiterate these findings. I'm on the ultimate oscillator here, and I don't often use this indicator. However, it's interesting because it combines both short, medium, and long-term reference points in order to gain an understanding of its relative strength. We're seeing a very clear indication that momentum is now swinging to the upside. There is now strength being brought into the market, which is pushing prices higher. The last time we saw this move was way back when we had our breakout on the 4th of November. In fact, it's the 28th when we actually postured to the upside. But what came after that was that 550% move. And that's not just one outlier. We see these on numerous occasions. We saw it back here where, although it looks smaller on the time frame here, this is a 60% move. And that's just marked by this low here and this sudden surge to the upside. If we have a look at these other points here, you can see we had one here. What followed after that was a 37% move, as marked by this increase in the oscillator. And again, we're seeing this here. This is quite a nice one where the oscillator's in the lows, and then we have this price increase. If we have a look at what actually it did in price, we can see that it was about 161%. We're seeing that now from the lows, from when that started, which was here. We've seen about 60%. Could we see, 400-500%? I think so. I think that we could expect this to continue climbing up. Is it going to go straight up as we've seen previously? Well, if we look at all these iterations, they are just sudden movements to the upside. So are we not on course for the same thing to happen again? We shall see. Now let's have a look closer on the shorter time frame, because we are seeing XRP breaking out in real time. I think we can draw a very nice horizontal line here to indicate where we would like to get above, because this is lining up with something that may be resembling an inverse head and shoulders. Let's get up our tools here. We can see that we have a left shoulder, and of course this is on a 30-minute time frame, so this is a very short time frame. However, the same patterns that we see on longer time frames are just reflected in smaller price action. It's the same patterns just playing out over and over again. And we can see that as of present, we are at the moment testing this trend line, this neckline that we want to break out of and confirm as support. In fact, we are battling with it, and we will have to see what price does in the immediate term. Looking at this, it does seem that because we're going to go back and see how the trend is performing, we can see that there is a very clear uptrend here. We have higher lows and higher highs. I don't think that we're going to be seeing this trend end anytime soon. We've obviously got our higher time frame MACD pushing us with momentum to the upside. We have this bullish cross now on the MACD on the 30-minute time frame, potentially indicating that we might see this rally continue higher. Where are we going to go in the short to medium term? I mean, I think we should just respect the Fibonacci levels because we've been playing them to the T. Right now, we're trying to confirm support above this 0.5 level. And if we jump into a shorter time frame, we'll be able to see that more clearly. You can see that this level has really been tested here. We came all the way down today, which is expected. You know, when we see violent moves in the market, you should expect them to be retraced and for support and consolidation to occur. We're not going to see prices just fly to the upside instantaneously. Although it does happen in crypto, it's much healthier to see a consistent uptrend with pullbacks, as if, you know, you are climbing the stairs, so to speak, just like this. That's what we're hopefully going to be seeing on the higher time frames and in the shorter time frames to the upside, because you can see quite clearly that we had it coming to the downside. And what we're seeing is this shift in trend, where price is now reverting and we're playing the levels to the upside. So that's what I've got in store for you folks today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Just a quick one, a quick update on some of the exciting movements that we're seeing in the market. But I am very confident for XRP moving forward. I think having a look at this stochastic RSI on the monthly chart, it's very promising to see us bounce off this 50 level. And the fact that we're now postured up is consistent with what we're seeing on shorter time frames. Because if you look at the free weekly here, we are at the cusp of again forming another cross to the upside. And this is just absolutely bullish. You can tell by the excitement in my voice that, you know, I have been preempting this. I am waiting for higher prices, and hopefully you guys are all too. So if you enjoyed the video, smash that like button, hit that subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.